Hey everybody, it's Narrative Tarot. I'm here with a, not pick a card, what the heck, with Mars, August 2021 tarot reading. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. I am using, Crow's Magic tarot deck. This reading is for people with significant Mars transits, placements, aspects in their chart, or Aries, but it's mainly for the planet part. I do book club, other readings, monthlies by planet, things like that, discussions. So, yeah. So we have the Six of Swords, Ace of Cups, Empress, Four of Coins, Seven of Coins, Four of Wands, Queen of Cups. So, I wouldn't say keeping secrets or anything like that. So if you're trying to not keep something hidden, but good news, like hidden and things like that, you know, kind of go for it. I think that with the Queen of Swords and the string, I think it'll be a good thing to keep things under wraps for a while, just because it may be some energy that you have to figure out. Also talking about like money and stuff like that, as far as with other people may not be the best thing. The only reason I'm saying that is because I'm feeling like with the Four of Coins, you may be trying to figure some things out, and you don't want to, what's going on outside? You don't want to involve other people that are not supposed to be involved in it. You're not trying to involve, I think, more ideas that don't want to be involved in it or shouldn't be involved. Like it's your vision, it's where you want to go and things like that. The theme has been kind of being independent as a person from all of these readings and stuff like that. So Mars is again continuing this of being kind of independent and thinking and figuring things out. You have the Six of Coins, figuring things out. What is the Empress? The King of Cups. So yeah, I think figuring a lot of things out. Mars, I think, is still in Leo. I think very soon it'll be entering Virgo, and I kind of feel like it'll get quite serious. My Mars is in Virgo, so like in the first house, just getting into it. But there is just something about doing things on one's own, doing things to see that you can do them, or seeing them through to the end, or making sure that what you're doing is important. What you're doing is, so this overlaps a little bit with Pluto, things like that. I kind of feel like Mars energy, it seems like most of the signs, if we're going to be predictive, are kind of showing me a little bit of not hesitancy, but kind of like having reservations about things, as opposed to like, you know, certain seasons you think that like, oh, but you know, everything is lit up and people are instantaneous reactions and stuff like that. It seems like, I don't know if it's a 2020 theme. I don't really think it is, but maybe we're just in the phase of 2020 where things get quite thoughtful. It is getting back to school here where I am. Like next month, basically kids will be in school. Like either you'll be in college or you'll be like heading off to school. If you're not in college, like pretty soon. Like the last week, mid-August, first week of September, somewhere in there. And so I think it kind of feels like the fun is kind of over almost. Everybody's trying to get their like last few weeks in, their last vacations in, their last, goodbyes, kisses, hugs, whatever, before things get serious. I would say make sure you're not spending finances to kind of like deal with this and then being stuck with like a bunch of BS, so just make sure that you're not sacrificing that. You understand what you're sacrificing. You understand what you're giving up. You understand where you're going. Because Mars is like, like direction, like energetic direction. So make sure you know. You have the King of Cups and the Four of Wands out again. So it's a time of heightened perception and heightened intuition and heightened knowing of things. So, and then the Four of Wands, your ability to call it out, speak it, bravery in speaking it out. And you have Justice. So I kind of feel like it's like you have the two bird heads. I kind of feel like, and then you have like an owl and they have feathers and stuff. It's like facing the truth or facing the truth of situations, facing the truth of organizations, truth of where you live or where you work, or just making sure you understand your circumstances. And you have the Ace of Wands, making sure you understand your circumstances. It's like you have to understand them. Ten of Wands, understanding that you're not about this life and you really could care less about this shit. So I would say if you really could care less or couldn't care any less than you do, right? Then go for it. Drop it. And so I kind of feel like with Mars and Virgo, it's almost like it's going painstakingly slow. But that's helpful. That's really helpful. You don't want to be going so fast and then, you miss something. Or you're going so fast because you're trying to avoid something. I feel like Mars and Virgo makes you slow down. And it can cause you to feel very impatient. So, Mars. Yeah, same cards are popping back out. Because we got the Nine of Swords again. Boop. And the Three of Coins. So it's definitely a time of trying to figure out some things. So you may be taking time to figure out things, figure out plans, pay for the appropriate services to do things. Like if you need to make something, and then the Hermit is Virgo. You have the Eight of Swords, and then the Knight of Wands. It's like this, because we have the Ten of Coins there too. I don't want this card. Just make sure that your mind, the way you're framing your mind, Six of Cups, is that things, positive things, as opposed to like this 8 and 9 of Swords. I think if you're going to take this, keep these in mind, like all of these. Keep these in mind. Keep the goal. Keep the objective. Be very clear, because I kind of feel like, if you're in Mars and Virgo kind of energy, as someone who's a Mars and Virgo, I can tell you, like, trying to solve shit and figure shit out will really just really cause a lot of issues for you, because some things you don't have the information, so you have to wait. Some things you have to seek it out the information, which means you have to go beyond your current self and your current mental attitudes to do. And that's hard when you're stuck in your ways and you like don't want to. And so, you know, Virgo is with Pisces, and so they're both about transcending in some sort of way. But it's like, if you're going to deal with a Mars and Virgo kind of thing, then it's going beyond, I think, what your normal capabilities or the normal system that you work within. With the Magician, the normal systems that you work within have to be like reevaluated. The Star, your level of comfort that's needed to do stuff is being reevaluated, it seems. Four of Cups. So like, what you think you may need may not be what you need. Like, I just kind of realized like how I study, it's not real study, but how I am looking over like information in my class or for school. I have to reevaluate what that means, what that environment means, so that I can put my energy towards things that are productive and not things that are saying that I can't do this or do that or do the other. We have the Lovers and the Nine of Coins. So you have to find a system that works for you. You have to find an outcome that works for you as well. And like I said, getting very clear on that, getting clear on yourself, but also going beyond yourself to get that stuff done. Last card. Okay, one card, 3 cards came out. I'm only doing one. And 2 of Cups. So this could be in a relation, due to a relationship. You may have your Venus in Virgo as well. I know Venus is coming up in Virgo, or you could have Venus in a traditional like Venus house, like Taurus, Libra houses, so 2nd, 7th house, somewhere in there. You may have it there, and you may be finding it kind of hard to evaluate. Fuck this whole deck up. Evaluate certain things about what you need to make this work, or what you need to go forward. What kind of environment best serves you in terms of being a partner, things like that. Or are you ready to be that, or things like that. But it's a good time for evaluating. And the more that you get held back with the Virgo energy, because it's the Hermit, the longer you're going to be sitting in that like box, thinking about things, evaluating things about yourself, right? The Hermit, gaining clarity. The Hermit to me is different from the Hanged Man, in that the Hanged Man obtains information through like osmosis of the environment, but it requires them being still, like very, very still, and that develops your patience and stuff like that. With the Hermit, it's like both of them are self-imposed, but I think the Hermit is a little bit more like actually taking a journey and walking and actively participating in something, as opposed to passively receiving the information. One requires you to be very still, maybe because you tend to float on, right, Pisces? And then the other requires you to actively move forward, because perhaps you take it for granted your analytical abilities. And so one is required to move and observe, and the other one is required to sit back and observe. Because there are things that may be missed from that angle, the Pisces angle, and there's things that may be missed from the Virgo angle, but it's just different ways of being that cause you to miss those things. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed Virgo season. Enjoyed Mars August 2021 reading. I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye.